Hello, this is Brian McCorkle, a research associate here at Orthogonal Research and Education Laboratory, giving a presentation on what I've accomplished with the lab so far and what I'm looking forward to in the future. So, to start with, here's a timeline of 2022. For context, I joined the lab in around February and spent the next few months just being extremely excited because right away I got very excited about AI ethics. And so I started there at the New York Celebration of Women in Computing, presenting my first conference presentation ever there. And so that was really fun, a great experience, and I was really glad that I got to do it. Then from June to August in 2022, I worked for the Google Summer of Code project, sponsored by Orel and the International Neuroinformatics Coordinating Facility with Hussein Ather and Himanshu Chugula. We were mentored by Bradley and Jesse of the lab. We made computational models of collective cognition to simulate sustainability aspects of open source development communities. So for more on that, you can go to this GitHub link, Orel group GSOC. And in the next few months, we're going to be actually continuing this project with University at Albany, where I'm a student, with some other classmates in ICSI 499, which is called the Capstone Project class. So we're actually going to be making a public-facing version of these computational models that anyone can use in conjunction with their GitHub account. So that's exciting. Then, as you can see in this timeline, we transition to a writing and presenting mode rather than a writing and making mode. So I started to get interested in the parallels between intuitionistic mathematics and neurophenomenology and wrote a long blog post about that, which goes into some detail on the parallels that I see between those things. More to say on that. In fact, so much more to say that I also give a flash talk on the same topic as part of Neuromatch 5, which is available on Reddit and YouTube. If you go to this Reddit link or just look up Brian McCorkle parallels between intuitionistic mathematics and neurophenomenology, you should be able to find it. So what am I hoping to achieve after this? So what are my accomplishments going to be in 2023? Well, I'm going to graduate from UAlbany with a degree in computer science and applied math in December, and I'll probably get the degree in January. So that's coming up. Fingers crossed, as long as nothing goes wrong. I hope by June to have a few more blog posts relating these parallels I mentioned earlier with the work of Stephen Wolfram, Brian Cantwell-Smith, and others on linking intuitionistic mathematics, the specific perspective of neurophenomenology, and the foundations of computation. So I hope to kind of get some more blog posts about that up by June. Hopefully in August, I'll be getting a PhD at RPI or one of the other schools I'm applying to in cognitive science, focusing on this research. So Orel has really been a springboard for me into higher education in a really great way. I also hope by the end of next year to have presented at Neuromatch 6 and other conferences. So what are the next steps for me right now in my collaborations with Orel? So it's a cycle, as far as I can tell, that goes counterclockwise in this case, starting with research and demos, and then moving to engagement with the academy. So looking up literature reviews or performing literature reviews and reading lots of things, comparing papers. And then finally, the all-important quiescence. It's so important not to forget to rest. And that is something that I have learned from Orel, and that's actually made me so much more productive than I was before. I appreciated how important this is to a research process. What is one big idea or large-scale goal that I have? Well, it's kind of arranged in this pyramid shape. Up at the top are computational models for the people. As far as the collective cognition GSOC open source development project that I'm now making a public facing side to, I think that there is a trend of socially aware scientists leveraging techniques of computation for the public good. And so I really hope to be part of that. Underneath those computational models for the people, or that idea that could even be possible or helpful, is the application of theory to culture. Very influenced by Donald Knuth and others who kind of focus on the the marriage between a strict and rigorous approach and one that is more cultured or more complex or more qualitatively driven. And then finally, I'm looking at, to use a term from Vygotsky, univalence, foundational univalence. So, in line with Orthogonal Lab, I'm always looking for orthogonalities across disciplines, trying to synthesize new ideas out of ideas that are already present. So that's me. That's my practice. This is a little map showing kind of how I move through life. So it starts here. Here I am, Brian McCorkle, Research Associate at Orthogonal Research Laboratory, helped immensely by Jesse Perrin, our lab manager, and intensely grateful to both Jesse and Bradley for their help in basically giving me a platform and giving me a community. So thank you.